Such a good song. That's your headliner for Xfest 2025, October 1st at the Ford Idaho Center Amphitheater. That is Chevelle and their latest Rabbit Hole Cowards Part 1. We play that for multiple reasons. Number one, we want you to buy your tickets to Xfest for crying out loud. Grab them right now, xrock.com, ictickets.com. That's where you can get them to make sure that you were front and center for Chevelle, Asking Alexandria, Dead Poet Society, and more. And of course, we are talking about it because we have one of the members of Chevelle on the horn with us right now. We're talking to the drummer. His name is Sam Loeffler. He joins us this morning in honor of Xfest. Hey, Sam, good morning. How are you, man?
And everything's great. Tour, music, festivals, all the good stuff, you know?
Yeah. How was Coachella, man? Did you get a chance to check that out? I know you guys played one of those days. What's that experience like?
Coachella was the weirdest thing because we do festivals all the time, and it's just so different from, like, we go to these festivals like DWP festivals and things like that where it's rock festivals, so everybody's kind of happy to be there and they want to listen to music. And the Coachella thing was like they're like, I have to be there. I have to go. I was like, what does that mean? Like, for what? Is somebody expecting you? You're not playing, right? It's a very different crowd. I thought the funniest thing about it was, since we were playing for Heineken, we were looking at all the other artists that were playing, and so we hadn't heard of most of them. So we're going through them, and Pete and I are like, I wonder who this person is. And you check their Spotify, it's like 15 million monthly listeners. And you're like, who the hell? And then we kept going through it, and it kept building. It was like the smallest one you could find was like 4.4 million. You're like, God damn it, I need to pay more attention to pop music, apparently.
Yeah, I don't. That's how I was feeling watching the news. I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is. It's crazy.
I know. It's kind of a mix between people having just a song that clicks, and then you have the other side of it, which is really that people are engaged in sort of the profile of who that person is, right? What they do, what they wear, what they promote. So I think it's a mix of both of those things. You just kind of do your best to play in it, but also not give up the things that are important to you, I guess. I mean, we're trying to navigate it. It's going pretty well.
Good to hear, man. Sam Loeffler joins us from Chevelle, of course. They are going to be here on October 1st for Xfest. We're very excited about that. We're going to get into the tour for a second, but speaking of different things, man, you know, you guys collectively have gone through it over the last couple of years, looking for a new label, dealing with some other stuff. How is the business side of things now for Chevelle? Has it calmed down? Are you finally able to kind of like recharge a little bit and get back down to business?
I think so. I think it's really the reckoning of the fact that being in a band is not just about writing good songs. That being said, you can definitely write great songs and have that be all it is and stay out of it. But I think it's just really rare. So it's just the reckoning of how much does a label matter? How much can they matter? How much do your songs matter? How much does an album matter? And then I guess which part of those your fan base cares about, right? Mm-hmm. I think our fan base still cares about the music. I think that's number one, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how much you guys care what I ate for breakfast.
Yeah, I'd rather not know. But
Same.
But I'll tell you this, Sam. We got Rabbit Hole Cowards Part 1. Great song. I mean, we're talking about you coming out here very soon with your 10th studio album. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. How, to me, when I hear the first few bars of a Chevelle song, I know immediately that's a Chevelle song. You have such a signature sound between you and your brother, and it's crazy how that develops and is created organically. I mean, you don't set out to do that, but what is it that you think that sets Chevelle songs apart from other people's music, and how do you escape being influenced by other people and their songs?
Well, I mean, that's an amazing compliment. Thank you. You really hope that your music sounds like you, because it's not always the case, for sure. I think, just trying to maintain that, to make people really sad and depressed with our music. I'm half kidding, but yeah, definitely the way Pete plays is particular to him, the way that he writes. It's funny because I can hear it too, and then I wonder if I'm so close to it, am I the only one that's hearing it? Man, these songs take so bloody long now to write, because the first versions of them are just, you got to keep going and keep going, getting better. And then you're like, all right, I'm really happy with this. And then he looks at it and goes, can I write a better chorus? Because I think the verse is better than the chorus. And then we write a better chorus and goes, now the verse isn't good enough. Okay, now those things seem to work really well, but now we got to write a bridge, which is sort of a song within a song in a lot of places. So how do you write a bridge it's such a process. It takes so bloody long now. And every single word is scrutinized over. It literally, when we're working on the music, Pete's working on the music, and he's, how do I suck every moment of joy out of this process so that it can be as good as it can be? And then at the end of it, he's like, this is joyless, and it's perfect.
Damn, man.
Yeah, you make it sound so much fun, Sam.
Well, the fun part about it is the writing. The hard part is the producing and just the going back and doing it again, right? So I think we self-produced this stuff. So, well, Pete really did. I think knowing that it's really hard to not have a producer because you need somebody to take it away from you and say, no, this is done. Stop spending time on it. And, but this is where we're growing.
No,
this is where we're growing. Do things harder and harder.
Yep.
I mean, I make it sound brutal, and it is kind of brutal. The writing process and finishing a song is like pulling your hair out and then trying to put the hair back in. So,
well, we know we have Rabbit Hole Cowards Part 1, and then you would also announce that there's going to be Jim Jones, that's Cowards Part 2. So am I picking up a theme? Is there a theme running through this new album that you guys are kind of touching on with all of these songs?
Man, according to the internet, there is. Well, so many people, they take it so personally, like, this is about MAGA, or this is about the left, or this is about religion, or whatever. I'm like, dudes, it's literally about everything, right?
Yeah.
That's where we live today. We're like, Rabbit Hole is about going down a rabbit hole, whether it's on YouTube or whatever. I mean, look, it's really about everything, but Rabbit Hole is kind of it's the lightest rock song we have on this. In all this music. So I'm not supposed to announce that we have an album, but like everybody obviously that if there's new music, there's music.
Right.
So yeah, exactly. So Cowards Part 2 is Jim Jones. I'm hoping that's going to be the next single or the third single.
Yeah, this might be a loaded question, Sam, but when you talk about that and just the scrutiny that is going to be on your songs, the lyrics and everything, most people I don't think are familiar with what that feels like to have everything you do and write be but looked at that. How do you compartmentalize that and be able to be okay with it? Because that would drive, I think, most people nuts.
It does. I mean, try putting, and you guys know, put anything out into the world, much less an actual opinion, and then just be like, all right, everybody attack me.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about me or my background at all, but yeah, go ahead, tear into me, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal. You do your best not to read, the comments where everybody thinks they're important. They're no more important than we are, and vice versa. And the lyrics too, which I think is kind of interesting. At one point, it could really be about something. And sometimes it's just about that word works there, and he couldn't find another word that took that cadence, right? That had the right amount of syllables. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing with Kurt Cobain. I felt like so much of his stuff would be like, well, that doesn't make any sense. He's like, doesn't have to. It sounds good next to each other, right?
Yeah. But Sam, it's always good to talk to you. Yeah. We are excited. You guys are coming through town on October on the tail end of this tour that you just announced. It is our Xfest with Asking Alexandria and Dead Poet Society. I imagine that you were excited to get back out on the road and go out on a tour, right?
It's the best part of it, man. That, like, being able to play the music that you work a really long time on and the songs that people know. That's the best part of being in a band, for sure.
Yeah, and, bringing a couple bands that, in one in particular, obviously, we love Asking Alexandria, but we love Dead Poet Society, new kind of upcoming band that is amazing songwriters. Mm-hmm. What was it about those guys? You're like, hey, let's bring these fellas along.
You're right. It's about the music. Like, we don't know the dudes from Asking Alexandria that well. We've just done, some stuff with them at festivals and everything, but I think the music's it's different genre, sort of, so hopefully adds to that whole thing. And Dead Poet Society is just sort of, we just like that band. And we just wanted them to come out. We just really like them, and they're writing cool stuff.
For sure, man. We are geeked about it. It's always great to have you guys through. Every time you come through, it's always a fantastic time. So we are geeked to see you in October. We appreciate the time, Sam. And, of course, we're looking forward to the music that we're hearing. And the album, I know you're not allowed to tell us is happening. And we're all excited for all of it, man. We cannot wait, dude. But thank you for us.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for spending some time with us, man. We appreciate it, too.
Absolutely. We will see you shortly.
Here's traffic inside the TDS Fiber Traffic Center on 100.3 The X.